Well, hi, this is Explorer 867. Today's the first day of the rest of your life, so get out and enjoy it. Today I'm working on the Haoqi Cheetah. This is my 175 watt, 90 Newton meter e-bike, full suspension e-bike. And Haoqi sent me their dual battery system that will attach right here, which will give me, instead of 16 amp hours, it'll boost this to 25 amp hours. So in this video, I'll go ahead and show you how to mount this new system if you're interested in doing this on your bike. When you do this project, make sure that you've removed the main battery so there's no power to the system while you're working on the electric down here. Okay, this is the parts kit here that you receive when you order one of these dual battery setups from Haoqi. These are $499 from Haoqi. And this is the mount, the base mount that goes on the frame of the bike, the battery, the lock, key locks, or I should say the keys for the lock. This is the tool that will pull the crank off the side of the bike, and I'll show you how that works. This is your battery balancer, dual battery balancer. This is the Allen that will take off the stud on the crank, and you get your tool here to pull the side housing off of the bike. You also get your little screws to attach this. Now, I don't know, your bike may have come with the receptacle. Mine did not. So this receptacle will go on the seat riser, and I'll show you how that attaches in just a minute. And then you'll need a 5/8 open end. And then this is kind of handy. This is a magnetized tray for your screws so you don't lose anything. Okay, let's go ahead and pull this crank off. Okay, let's go ahead and put the crank puller on. So you use your 5/8 open end and just run this down snug. Okay, so that's snug. All right, let's go ahead then and we'll pull this off. It is snug. Yeah, we're getting close here. There we go. Okay, so that's off. Now we'll go ahead and take these screws out. Okay, and we're down to the last screw here. So get this guy out. These are set in with blue Loctite, so you want to make sure when you put this back together that you have some blue Loctite to put back on these threads. Okay, and then this housing just comes off like that. Okay, let's go ahead and pull the existing components out of here. I'll set this side out here like so. Just be real careful with your wires. Don't over stress any of the wire connections. Okay, and this is how my bike came. Didn't have the receptacle for the dual battery, so there's a plug in here you've got to pull out. So just get a flat bladed screwdriver, stick in there, and you can pop that plug right out. Okay, and so this is the wire harness here that we'll put in. Okay, when you mount this, just make sure that the outlet, this is on the top here, and this one is on the bottom. Okay, and so we're going to just feed the wiring harness in, and you've got to just kind of feel for it, and it'll come right through the hole that's pre-tapped in the housing, and it just comes right out here. So let's go ahead and turn our gasket so that the flapper is up, and then just pull it out. Okay, we'll just kind of slide that in there, and we'll get our mounting hardware. We'll get all these screws started here. And don't tighten these down, just run them in, but not snugged up yet, so that you can make sure that your gasket gets lined up properly. Okay, so we got those 4 screws in, and made sure that the gasket material is in and around this so that it won't leak. And this cap just pops in there like that. So this is the battery balancer, and I'll just put that there. Okay, so we'll pull this connection apart here. Okay, so that'll plug in there. This one will plug in here, and this one will plug in here, just like a yay. So there you go. Now we've got to stuff all the wires back in here. Okay, now let's try to get all these wires back in. So I think we'll put this guy in first. So let's go ahead and get him tucked in behind. Just be real careful of this thin wire. You don't want to stretch that too hard, otherwise you kind of mess things up. I have to do more rewiring. We'll take some of this and shove back in this cavity here, I think. Okay, so the balancer I put back against the back side of this housing here, and then just kind of carefully am working this back into this housing so that we don't cause any issues with the wiring. Okay, so we got those wires tucked back in here, and then these wires, part of them are tucked back inside this housing, and the rest of them are just kind of tucked up on top. So let's go ahead and we'll refit this. Okay, we've got our blue Loctite here, Loctite 242. And we'll just take our mounting screws here. We'll just put a little blue. Doesn't take much. That's about 3 times too much. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do this. Get this first one started here on the top. All right, let me show you the right amount if I can. So just a little bit, just like that. That's all you need. Run that in there. Okay, and so on all the way around. And you can catch up with me here in just a second when I get this housing mounted. Okay, and when we do these, you want to make sure this housing here, this is just a piece of plastic. It's not real heavy duty. So when you run these up, you know, since you've got the blue Loctite on there, you don't have to worry about the screws backing out if you don't put them in real tight. So you just want to put them in just tight with your fingers, just finger tight on this wrench. Okay. So just tighten them down just like that. All the way around. Let's go ahead and we'll put our pedal back on. The pedal, you know, this is the pulling device. You don't need this to put the pedal back on, and I'll show you why here in just a second. Okay, well, when we put these pedals on, you want to make sure the pedals are parallel, so you want to reach underneath the bike. If you have it jacked up like I do here, if I can get this up here. You want the pedals to be parallel, so I hope you can see this is parallel with this one. It's just one pedal is on the back, one is facing the front. And then you just push this on here, and then you take your bolt here. This is the mounting bolt. That'll suck it up tight. Let's put a little blue Loctite on this too. Okay. Let's run that rascal in here like so. We'll take our wrench and just run this on in. This will snug it up and suck it in tight. So just hold your pedal and just suck it in tight. Just like that. Okay, so we'll take these mounting screws out of here with the provided Allen wrench. They are snug in there. Okay, and this is the bracket here for the battery. The bottom bolt here is going to be the hardest one to hit, so we'll get him lined up first. And I've already pre-doped up these screws with the blue Loctite. So let's go ahead and drop him in there. We'll get him started, and then we'll go ahead and we'll run these in up here. Don't snug them down yet. Don't snug any of these down until you get them all run in. Then you'll double check the alignment on this bracket to make sure it's lined up. Okay, so let's go ahead and it looks to be. So let's go ahead and snug this guy down, just snugged like that. Do the same here, just so it's touching the aluminum there. We'll go down here, run this guy in the rest of the way here. So we'll go ahead and just snug these down. That one. Snug this one down. And we'll do the same here. Let's go ahead and plug our power in. Just make sure that your prongs line up in here and just shove it in. Then there's a little twist lock here. Just rotate that around and that'll lock it in place. Okay, so let's just take this and mount it. You've got to run it up a little high and then drop it down into the mount, and you'll hear it go click. And we're all set. You want to take your battery off, put the key in, turn it, and then just push up and it comes right back off. So that's all there is to it. Well, thanks a lot for coming along on the video today. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, get the latest content from the channel as I release it. Let others know on your social media about Explorer 867. Let them know about our channel. Much appreciated. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in the great outdoors. You guys take care.